Okay. Yes. My name is Mellis Wilkinson. I'm a Gold Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. I come to you today on somewhat of my deathbed. I contracted some horrible cold going around, and my children have also contracted it. And the only thing I really want to do is climb into bed and drink some soup, something really, really warm. But there was nothing that was going to stop me from coming here today and sharing what Plexus has done for me and what Plexus has done for my family. Like Joan mentioned, March of 2015 was when I signed up with Plexus. The fall prior, I had been experiencing flare-ups of my multiple sclerosis. I was diagnosed with the disease in 2003 at 23 years old. So I've had this disease for 13 years. I've gone through several stages of the disease. The beginning was the worst, trying to figure out what kind of cocktail of medications I should be on. And at 23 years old, I basically trusted my doctors to tell me what I should be on. And my doctors prescribed everything for what I was feeling. Excuse me. And then once I started feeling the side effects of those medications, they prescribed me something for those side effects, which just perpetuated a cycle. And it wasn't until I actually forgot to take one of my medications that I experienced withdrawal symptoms, and something clicked. I realized if this is what was happening to my body and to my mind and to my health, just coming off of one of these medications, was it worth everything, all the side effects and everything that I was putting into my body? And I actually went to a Chinese doctor, not for acupuncture, because MS and needles don't really work as far as our nerves and how they're connected. But the doctor gave me, the Chinese doctor gave me this tea that I was to drink every day. And basically, he handed me a bag of what looked like sand dollars, twigs, petrified poop, dingleberries. I mean, it was the worst looking stuff you've ever seen. And he said, okay, I want you to put this into 9 cups of water and boil it down to 3 cups and then drink this every single day. And then he said, go outside and sweat, which at the time I couldn't go outside. I couldn't take a hot shower. I couldn't be exposed to heat. I just got these pins and needles all over my body. It was horrific. And living in Florida, it was just horrible. But I did it. I drank the tea, and went outside, and sweat just started pouring off of me. It was the craziest thing I've ever experienced. And this was my first experience with detox. Mm-hmm. So I ended up being weaned off of, please bear with me, being weaned off of all my medications over a period of 9 months to the tune of $7,000 with this Chinese tea. I had the money because I just had to sell my business because I couldn't work anymore. And then managed to control my disease through diet, exercise, and a fairly healthy diet over the next 10 years. I had 2 beautiful baby boys. And like I said, everything was pretty good. I had daily things that I felt, but nothing that I couldn't handle. Just weird stuff, but nothing that I couldn't handle and no big flare-ups. The fall of 2014, I started collapsing. Things just started giving out on me. First it was my back, and most of us have had our back go out. So that's all I thought it was. My back went out and that was it. I was out for about 4 days, healed up. 2 weeks later, my hip and my lower back went out again. And this was a cycle 5 times. The last time, everything went out in front of my son at 6 years old. Right before we're getting in the car to go to school, I collapsed in front of him. And again, something clicked. And I called my very good friend, Caroline, who is also my kid's godmother, and she'd been posting about Plexus for over a year, 15 months really. She'd sent me samples, which I returned to her because I wasn't interested in Plexus. I had it managed. Mm-hmm. And I was a friend. I knew samples cost money. And then I had to do something. So I called her and I said, I'm ready. I have to try this. and I went all in. I went for wholesale prices, and I told her I was going to post on Facebook about my progress, because with wholesale prices, you have the ability to also sell the product. And if people want to purchase from your website, you get a website when you purchase wholesale, that they were able to do that. And so I thought, if this works for me, all my friends know what I've been struggling with. They didn't know the detail because I'm not someone that's a pity partier, but they knew I had MS and they knew I've struggled. And if it worked for me, this was not only a gold mine, but this was going to help a lot of people. And if it didn't work for me, I couldn't say I didn't give it 100%. Okay, so it kept me accountable too. Yeah. Within the first week, I felt like inflammation go down. My restless legs went away. And that was something, I couldn't stay up and watch TV with my husband. I had to go right to bed. And that's a horrible thing if you're married, is to go to bed before your spouse. It's like that's a red flag. I noticed that I wasn't craving stuff. I didn't want like another cup of coffee. 1 cup was fine. I just wasn't eating between meals. My hormones started balancing out. I have a history of bursting cysts, ovarian cysts, and that stopped. With my very first month taking the pink drink, that all stopped, and my cycles became normal. And then I noticed that I wasn't in pain anymore. Like all my swelling went away. I have a history of plantar fasciitis. That went away. And I have had surgery on it. I have had it burned out of me from that Chinese doctor. That went away. And then I started giving it to my 6-year-old. I started giving him some of the products. Now, I want to state that Plexus does not claim to treat, prevent, cure any disease, and these products are not developed for children. So I specifically decided to give my children the probiotic and the cleanse to help keep them regular. And with the doctor's approval, I got her blessing, and she actually said, "Good job, Mom," when she looked at all the ingredients. It has changed my life. My 3-year-old with apraxia began speaking more words, more clarity. My 7-year-old started actually focusing in school and getting good reports from his teacher. Not to mention his issues with IBS cleared up. So to say that these products have influenced my life is an understatement. And it's exactly why I couldn't stay in bed today. I had to get out. I had to share exactly what this has done for me. So I'm going to move on. If you want to.